Well, hello everybody. It's Noah AG. Sorry it took me 2 days to do this, but this is my Spider-Man No Way Home spoiler review. Hope you all got a chance to see the movie if you haven't, and if you don't want spoilers, please don't watch this video. So here is a spoiler warning. They did a live-action Spider-Verse movie. I wanted to say that first about the film, and it's really, really well executed. It's really, really well done. I love it that they brought Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield back in the movie, and it's really amazing that it happened. And I'm still stunned that it happened, and I'm still like, wow, they made a movie with all three of them, which is pretty cool. Now we're going to talk about the beginning of the movie. So I really love how the movie starts out right after Far From Home with the video recording of Quentin Beck, Mysterio, doing the framing thing for Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and how he revealed his secret identity in front of the world. I love how they started out with that and have it be with the Marvel intro and not have the original Marvel theme in there, which is pretty cool. It's really well done how they did that, and I love how people were confused. It's like, you're a kid, how can you do this? How can you kill Mysterio? And it's really, really well done. And I really love how they go under by the train, they swing by the train, and then they go on top of the, I don't know what it's called. I don't know the place. I don't know what it's called. And then they had the part that they showed in the clip and stuff where they were like, dude, it's actually a pretty funny scene. And then they go to Happy's house, and Happy's house, something like that. And we learned that Aunt May and Happy broke up. And then Peter's lawyer is Daredevil, Charlie Cox, Matt Murdock, which is a pretty cool cameo scene. I haven't really watched much of the Daredevil show, so I don't really have that much nostalgia for it, but it's cool to see him in there. And I watched a little bit of Daredevil before with my dad, but it was like season 2, and I never watched any more Daredevil. But I want to go back and watch Daredevil now that he's in the MCU. So anyway, I like that cameo. I loved everybody cheering on with that. That was pretty cool. And then the movie moves on, and Peter's being interrogated and all that stuff. And then Peter decides to go to Doctor Strange when he sees a wizard, like a wizard figure or whatever, part of the decorations. And then he goes see Doctor Strange, and he tells him that Peter and his friends, they can't get into college because they're friends with Spider-Man. I also like what they do with Flash in the movie, how he's trying to tell everybody that he's Spider-Man's best friend, which is pretty cool. Anyway, so he talks to Doctor Strange, and he tells them that he wants to go back in time to make it so that Mysterio didn't tell his secret identity to everybody. But they can't do that because they don't have the Mind Stone anymore. But Juan pointed out that Steven is very good at forgetting things, and then Doctor Strange came up with the idea of doing the forgetting spell. So the trailers are very misleading with this scene, because in the trailers it shows Peter coming up with the idea. In the movie, it's Doctor Strange who actually comes up with the idea. So the trailer is misleading. I'm fine with that. I like it that they made it different in the movie. Anyway, so they try to do the spell. It doesn't work because Peter keeps on interrupting Doctor Strange, and then that's how that's how Green Goblin comes into the movie. Not Green Goblin. That's how Doc Ock comes into the movie, and then Green Goblin comes in right after Doc Ock. But the bridge scene, I really, really, really like the bridge scene. It's very nostalgic. Hearing Dr. Octopus's theme again It's very, very satisfying, and I'm sure the same thing that it used in Spider-Man 2. I actually just watched Spider-Man 2 after I watched Spider-Man No Way Home, and it was so amazing watching that after Spider-Man No Way Home. It's really cool. So then they do that scene, and I love how Peter's suit connects to Doc Ock's suit. It's pretty cool how he does that. And it was actually really funny when he was making his arms move like that, and hearing the audience laugh at that scene. That was awesome. Sorry, I had to take a sip there. And then after that scene, that's when we first see Willem Dafoe again as Green Goblin. And that was awesome. Just seeing a brief second of him before Doctor Strange brings him back into his sanctum. And they trap Doc Ock, put him in his cell, and then they can try to catch all the other villains, and they do. And then Peter comes up with the idea of curing all of them, and Doctor Strange doesn't like that. He wants them to be sent to the universe where they died, because he wants to protect the multiverse. But Peter, being a really kind person, really tries to cure them all. And he does eventually, but with the other Spider-Men, the others get cured. Anyway, Doc Ock is the first one to get cured, and he turns good. And then they want to cure the others, but then the others betray Peter. And then we get this very insane spider sense scene, and it's very, very cool. I love how they use the spider sense or the Peter tingle in this movie. It's very, very awesome. It gets very, very dark all of a sudden, and I love it. And then Peter is fighting Green Goblin, and then we get to the very, very emotional scene where Aunt May dies, and it's very, very sad. And that's how, in a way, that's how Toby and Andrew gets into the movie, but not automatically. We see that Ned and MJ are in Ned's apartment, and for some reason, which is actually pretty cool, I like how they did it, Ned has Doctor Strange powers. He opens a portal, and we see Andrew Garfield come out, and then he takes his mask off, and everybody in my theater cheered, and it was awesome. And then Ned was saying, I'm going to keep on, they were saying, or I think MJ, whatever, open the door until they find the real Peter Parker. And then that's when Tobey Maguire shows up. And it's very, very awesome. I actually kind of thought they wouldn't be in this movie, but then seeing all the rumors and the leaks add up, I started to believe they were in this movie. And then I saw the movie, and they are in this movie. It's pretty surreal. So then Toby and Andrew, they meet Tom Holland's Spider-Man. Tom Holland is grieving because he lost Aunt May. And then they kind of show him what grief is about, what it is to be Spider-Man, and they help him defeat the villains. And the scene where Toby shows his organic webs to them after they're making the web shooters is really, really funny. I really like that scene. I also like the scene when Andrew is cracking Toby's back. So it's really, really funny when it's like, my back. It reminds me of the I'm back scene, and then Toby's like, my back. It's really, really funny. I really like that scene, and when it's all three Spider-Men are working together. I love that scene. So the battle scene happens, they cure all the villains, and it's very, very entertaining. Toby doesn't know what the Avengers are, Andrew doesn't know what the Avengers are. When Tom was like, I was in the Avengers, I like that scene a lot. And then that happens, and Andrew's like, I love you guys. He really looks to them as brothers, which is pretty cool. He even said, I always loved brothers. I also loved it when they were also talking about their villains and stuff, who they fought. And Toby was like, you fought an alien in space. I fought them. And it's very, very, very cool. Same with all three of them just talking. and when they fight is pretty awesome, and how they weren't able to work together at first, and then they were able to work together, and then, yeah, it's a very beautiful movie. So, end of the battle, Peter decides to have everyone forget who he is. Very, very hard scene to watch, actually. And then seeing Peter and Ned do their handshake for the last time before he didn't know who he was. And I love how the movie ends. I love how the movie ends when nobody knows who he is, and how he made his own costume. And yeah, so there's 2 end credit scenes. The first one has Venom in a bar, and he's learning about all the other heroes in the movie, in the MCU. And then he gets transported back to his universe, and we see this little black goo, and it shows that Tom Holland's Spider-Man can get a symbiote, and he could become Black Spider-Man someday. And I think Tom Hardy will play another version of Venom in the MCU. That's what I think. So that's my thinking. That's what nobody else is thinking, but that's what I'm thinking. That he could be a variant of the Tom Hardy Spider-Man. So, and then the second one is just a trailer for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, like what they did with the Avengers at the end of Captain America: The First Avenger. So, anyway, overall, very good movie, very awesome movie, and I love it. I'll make more videos of more of my favorite scenes from the movie, I think, but I'm gonna focus on reaction videos more again. I just wanted to do this review. I give this movie a 20 out of 10 stars. Because this movie gets high rank. I love the music. I love the music callbacks. I love Sam Nerby and Andrew Garfield and Mark Webb movie callbacks. It's a great movie, and it deserves a lot of love, and it deserves a lot that it's getting. So go see this movie, and I hope you like it, and comment down in the comment section what you thought of the movie. So yeah, see you all in the next video. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell. Peace. Until next time. Bye.